back to the channel, and today a quick review for this. This is Raymond Chandler's The Big Sleep. So I've actually read this out of this lovely Everyman's Library edition, which is one of 3 of the Philip Marlow novels inside here. It was 200 pages in length in here, but I know the paperback is more like 240, 250 pages. The word count I had for this was around 68 to 70,000 words. It took me about just over 3 days to read. I'm a slow reader. I think this could probably be read in a nice, cozy weekend, I should think. The Big Sleep is book number 1 in the Philip Marlow series of novels by Raymond Chandler, and he is kind of like the premier character that Chandler puts forward on the page. He is a gumshoe. This is a hard-boiled crime novel from 1939. I think the real star of this novel is the post-Prohibition era LA. You know, it was written in 1939. Prohibition had shortly ceased before this, and there are a lot of times that Chandler draws on that. You know, a lot of the characters are still being affected by the fallout of Prohibition, and that has affected the criminality in LA. You know, the vice and the sleaze of kind of like 1939, 1940 LA is really the star here. And what really surprised me with Raymond Chandler's prose, it's very lavish. You know, he really lays the scene on thick. His descriptions are very purple. His prose is very purple. The delivery caught me off guard a little bit for, you know, for a crime novel especially. There's a lot of, I draw a lot of kind of comparisons between this and a book I read 2 years ago, The Maltese Falcon, because I love both of the movies for these novels. They're both played by Humphrey Bogart, which can be a little bit disarming. It can be difficult to kind of separate the actor from the character, Philip Marlow. But what you do notice between the 2 books, and maybe you don't in the movies, are the differences between the characters, Philip Marlow and Sam Spade. Philip Marlow, he plays a lot of the kind of plot up in his head. You know, he's keeping a lot back. It feels like that Raymond Chandler is trying to hold some of those plot breadcrumbs back and show you how smart that Philip Marlow is, where I feel like Sam Spade's a bit more blunt. He's a little bit more physical in his approach. I feel like, you know, Philip Marlow, he comes in with dry wit. You know, he's playing people off. He's got a hard nose for a false account, and he really he puts kind of a mental pressure on everyone that allows things to unfold in a way that he can control. He's kind of the puppet master. It's a very different style of delivery, and it will depend which style you prefer to which one of those 2 novels you think is the better of the 2. In this one, Chandler keeps some powder dry for the final act. There is a twist in there. It will be, for people that, you know, haven't read this before, haven't seen the movie, it will be a little bit difficult to try and infer exactly what the ending will be. Now, I probably did prefer The Maltese Falcon a little bit more. I think the delivery was more succinct and it was a little bit more impactful. However, this is a crime noir that is delivered with a lot of quality, with a lot of panache. And it really comes across. I did enjoy myself with the novel for sure. I'd actually give it a 3.8 out of 5.